Hey guys, my name is Crystal Michelle. I am a 30-ish year old female, and I am 8 days post-op a laminectomy discectomy on vertebrae or a herniated bulging disc in between L4 and L5. Each day I've documented my story of what has been going on with me every single day, how I felt, all that good stuff. One of the main reasons I did this is because before my surgery, before I decided to have surgery, what do? We all Google. We all look up on YouTube. We all look on Facebook. And normally we find horrible things that, people have gone through or whatever. And then occasionally you would run across a video blog of someone telling you that it's the best thing that's ever happened to them. So, if you want to, you can look back upon my YouTube channel and it can kind of show you where I was at each and every day. But today is day 8, so yesterday I finished my week. So today I just kind of wanted to touch base on the whole process and the whole week of everything that basically I experienced and went through and all that good stuff. So, I hope this helps you. The first thing I did before surgery was freak out. I cried a lot. I prayed a lot. I didn't know if it was the right decision for me. I could only lay on the couch in a certain position. I didn't have any back pain. I had left butt cheek, hip, leg pain. I had a very small spot on the back of my foot, or like right where my Achilles tendon is, that was kind of numb. I freaked out really, really, really bad. And I didn't even notice it. I thought I was going to shave my legs, and so I reached down and I couldn't feel it. Called the doctor, and he basically said, that just kind of tells us that you're making the right decision to go ahead with the surgery. So, that was horrible. But it was okay because I had kind of come to a point in my life where I wanted to ask myself this question. Am I hurting that bad? No, I really wasn't. Was my quality of life good? No. I couldn't go to the gym. I couldn't play with my children. I couldn't sleep in my own bed. I couldn't sit in the car for a long period of time. I would bend the wrong way and I would have a pain that literally shot right through my body like lightning. It was the worst pain ever. I can't even explain it because it would make me break out in a sweat because it hurt so bad. So, the week before surgery, what I decided to do was I wanted to make a list of the things that I needed to get done before. I am a mom of 3, so my life doesn't stop. I may be down, but, just if you're a mom, you understand, like, your life doesn't quit just because, you're hurt. And I had to first come to the realization that my life had to stop. I couldn't be a badass. I couldn't overdo it. I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. I had to listen to my body. And after this surgery, I literally had to lay on the couch and do nothing. So I wanted to make sure before I had to lay on the couch and do nothing that I was already living with this pain, so I might as well get the things done that I needed to. One thing on my list was call the doctor and ask him questions. One thing that we do nowadays is we get these questions and we Google them automatically. And normally you have cancer or you're dying in 30 minutes. So that's not a really good thing to do. What I suggest you do is each time that you think about a question, I don't care if it's can I put my panties on after surgery, or how many miles should I walk, or am I going to be able to feed myself? It doesn't matter how crazy the question is or how minute you think it is. Write it on a piece of paper. During the first week, write everything that you want to know, write it down, and either call the nurse at the doctor's office or wait till your appointment and go in there and be like, listen, I have some questions that I would like to hear you answer. Do you mind if I ask them? They're going to say it's fine, and they're going to tell you exactly what you need to hear based on your MRI, your x-rays, your body type, your health conditions. All of that matters. You compared to a 300-pound man that's going through the surgery, or a 300-pound man going through a surgery, kind of like a 17-year-old girl that's a diabetic. We're all going to heal differently. So it's important that you get those questions answered. So that is number one. Number two is make a grocery list for things that you need in the house. Like I said, I have 3 kids, so I wanted to make sure that I went grocery shopping and everything was stocked up. I also made 12 crock pot meals that my husband all he had to do was thaw it out, stick it in the crock pot, and cook it for 8 hours. I actually started cooking them, I think, on the 4th day. So maybe 2nd or 4th day, I'm not sure. But I started being able to cook that. It was so easy because I could go and get what I needed to get and just stick it in the crock pot and know that my husband didn't have to go to work all day, come home, bathe the kids, get everybody ready, get dinner ready, get everybody to bed. It was just a really big help for him. And, you know, as his wife, it made me feel better, not just thinking, oh, I'm just going to lay on the couch. So that was a really, really, really big deal. Mine says find somebody to take and pick up the kids from school for a week. That helped me a lot. Just something that I had to write down. Buy a TV tray and a grabber. So this is my grabber. This is Gabby the grabber. She's amazing. I love her, and we are best friends. You know, some people will tell you, oh, you don't need one. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I actually have 2 of them. I have her ugly stepsister wherever she is, and she sucks, and she has suction cups on the end of them, and she doesn't work as good as this one. And this one I found out trying to open a drawer that has a little hook on it, so you could hook it and pull. So you are going to be surprised at how much shit you drop. You're going to drop stuff on the ground. Your instinct is to just bend down and pick it up. Well, you can't bend, you can't lift, you can't twist after surgery. So that means that you need something to help you pick it up. Soap, toilet paper, papers, paper plates, cups. I actually used it to feed the cats one day. I like hooked a cup onto it and like scooped because the cat food's on the floor. So get yourself a grabber. It saved my life. Plan your meals out for the week. What else? I already said that. I got a walker. Some people say that you don't need them. I found it to be very helpful to me because I wanted to make sure that, because I read all the horror stories, that if you lay down too long you could get scar tissue. So I got a walker. And I literally would walk. My house is a complete circle, so I would walk a complete circle with my walker. Then my mom got me one with rollers, and she called it a Cadillac, and so I have that one too. I used the walker the first 4 days. The first 3 days. 4th day, I tried not to. The first 3 days, I completely used a walker. Not because I had to and I couldn't walk, so don't freak yourself out. But it was just because I had that support, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel after surgery. So, now surgery. My surgery was Monday morning at 6 a.m. So I had to be there at 5 a.m. I had heard and read, like, right when you get in surgery, they're going to get you in a room after administration. They're going to poke you. They're going to ask you a couple questions. You're going to lay on the gurney and go. That freaked me out because I feel like that I'm the kind of person I just need a little time. Like I have anxiety and I need a little bit of time. Well, I can tell you that that's basically exactly what happens. I didn't sleep the night before. I pretty much stayed up because you have to stay up. You can't eat past a certain time. And they give you this little soap that you have to like wash your back with every single day for like 5 days. So that morning I got up, I took a shower, or I took a bath because I knew it was going to be my last bath for a while. So I got in the bathtub, washed my back, got my husband up, got my sister up. My mom was here. She was going to take the kids to school for me, and we went ahead and went. So I got in. They called my name. I signed the paperwork. They sent me back. The nurse came in. Funny story. I started my period that day. The day before. And I was like, so now what? Like, what am I going to do? You know, I don't know what I'm going to do. So when the nurse came in, she pretty much was like, well, you can't go into surgery with a tampon in, so we're going to have to give you some mesh panties and a pad. And I'm thinking, I do not want that because those are gross. I do not want that. So I was like, can I just ask the doctor? So the doctor came in, and they were, you know, the nurse, the doctor, everybody was all these big, manly men. And I'm like, so, funny story, I'm on a period. They're like, okay, yeah, no problem, it's okay. So that was fine. So if you have that happen to you, just know that it's not a big deal. You don't have to postpone surgery or anything like that, because I didn't know. I had no idea. So they went ahead and gave me my blood work, or they gave me my IV. Didn't hurt. Anesthesiologist came in. She talked to me. She examined my mouth. She let me know what was going to happen. Another guy came in. He told me he was the assistant. He asked me if I had any questions. I cried, of course. I just told him how scared I was, and he told me that, you know, it was normal to be scared and that everything's going to be okay. And he put something in my IV. It wasn't the sleepy medicine, though. I don't know what it was. He put something in my IV. I remember kissing my husband, telling my sister I loved her, and I remember rolling into the operating room. I had got this question on Instagram. I remember rolling into the operating room, laying on the bed, and turning and seeing the table, the operating table, and I completely turned my head back. They put a mask on me. The guy said, okay, I need you to take a couple of deep breaths. I don't remember anything else. I remember waking up in post-op, and then here's the truth. I remember waking up in post-op and feeling really bad. I remember not feeling bad. I didn't throw up or anything, but I remember hurting pretty good. Sorry, I have a headache right here. I remember hurting pretty good. I remember, but barely. I mean, I remember waking up and I remember there being a pain. But that's all. So they rolled me back to my room. My family was there. I did have a morphine pump. I hate morphine, so I really didn't use it. And they kind of realized that I wasn't going to use it, so they gave me hydrocodone and something else. I don't know what else. And talked to my family for a second. I barely remember that. And then later on that day, I got up and walked. Walking wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I was crying when I was walking because I wasn't sure. I was happy, but I was in pain, but I was happy. It was a very, 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 very big mixed emotion of what I had, because I wasn't having leg pain, but I was having back pain, but I was having back pain, but I was excited that I wasn't having leg pain, and I'd made it a surgery, and so it was a big clusterfuck of emotion, but it was okay. So I stayed in the hospital that night. They gave me IV steroids and antibiotics. That's just something that my doctor liked. That's another reason why I chose him to be my doctor, is because I didn't really feel comfortable having open back surgery and then going home that day. A lot of surgeons do that. I just didn't really feel comfortable. I wanted to make sure that I was monitored completely throughout the night. Day 2, I came home. I rode in the car at home. It was a little uncomfortable. It was a little uncomfortable. It was definitely a very odd feeling. When you're on your way home from a car ride, make sure you take at least 3 pillows to like stuff beside you. That's going to help you out a lot. I felt pretty good when I got home. I still took my pain medication. I didn't do much walking. If I did, it was very minimal. That day, and then the night came and I decided that I wanted to walk a little bit more. I was still taking my pain medication around the clock. Day 3 came and was the worst day ever. I don't know what it is about day 3. I don't know if it's the anesthesia wearing off. Sorry, I'm rocking. I'm starting to kind of hurt. I don't know if it's the anesthesia wearing off. I don't know what it is, but I can tell you that day 3 sucks horribly. I was very achy. I was jittery. I just didn't feel good. I kind of got emotional at that point where I'm like, oh my God, this was the bad decision. Why did I do this to myself? You know, I'm never going to get better. It was just a bad day. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want anybody coming over. It was just a bad day. A lot of people say that their mornings are bad and their days or their nights get good. I'm opposite. My mornings are great. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna log roll off this couch, which sucks, and I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna be awesome and I'm gonna rock this day because I feel better. Well, that's great. But the nighttime for me is what starts to ache and cramp and get stiff and things like that. So morning time for me personally is better. Day 5 and day 6, I started walking to the mailbox. I started wearing my Fitbit. I think I averaged like 2,000 steps. They were pretty good days. I mean, I'm still icing. I was still icing on day 4 and day 5. I have the ice bag trick that I found is you take here's one. You take a towel and you soak it in alcohol and then you soak it in water and you freeze it. Your back can manipulate the towel very well after it stays and after it kind of thaws a little bit, but it's super hard. It looks like this, see, but you can bend it, and so when you wear it, you can stuff it inside your back brace, and I don't know, these have been a lifesaver for me, so whoever told me that, thank you so much. I know it was on Facebook somewhere. So I have been icing. I have not been bending. I have not been lifting. I have not been twisting. That was day 5 and 6. No, that was day 4 and 5. So, day 6. I woke up and it was beautiful outside. It was like 75 degrees. My husband had gone somewhere. I had made it to the mailbox the last couple of days. I was feeling good. So I decided that I was going to walk to the mailbox. So I did. I always wear my brace. Like when I'm up, I'm sure you saw it. It's right here. And it has these straps. So it makes me look super huge, but I don't care because it helps me. So I walked to the mailbox, walked back. I was like, oh, that felt great. So I walked to the mailbox again and walked back and felt great. So I came inside, made me some lunch. I was up a lot on day 6. So then my kids were away, and so they get home, and I'm like, hey, anybody want to go for a walk? I feel great today. So my little girl Lillian, she's like, oh, I want to go for a walk. So what do? We walk past the mailbox, and then we walk home. And then we walk past the mailbox, walk home. Needless to say, I did it 5 times, I think. There and back 5 times. Got home, was cooking dinner. I made barbecue chicken in the crock pot, and I felt a lightning bolt in my left butt cheek. To say I freaked out is an understatement. I went and I got my ice packs, laid on the couch, and started crying hysterically. My husband got home. He had gone, I don't know where he went, but he went somewhere. He came home, and I'm crying. He's asking what's wrong. I'm like, I fucked up. I hurt myself. I've re-herniated my disc. I've done all this for nothing. Like, this is it. Like, I just know I've never had pain in my left butt cheek before or not since surgery, and now the pain is back, and it's all the way down to my knee, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I was just hysterical. So I loaded up like 4 bags of ice, like literally bags of ice, and then the 2 ice packs that I have, put those on my back, put the rest on my butt and leg, and I did not get up. I think that I just overdid it. Like, I think that day I overdid it. I mean, I didn't trip, I didn't fall, I didn't anything like that, so I don't really think that I re-herniated. I have that huge fear because there's so many people that are like, oh, second microdiscectomy. And I'm like, oh, I'd shoot myself in the face. So I just want to make sure that everything is by the book. So yesterday I did a lot of laying around. When my kids go to school, I lay around from like 8 to 3, and they get home. And of course I'm a mom, so I have to get up and do stuff. I mean, I limit the stuff that I do, but I'm up and around. So yesterday I still had the little pain in my butt cheek, and I still have a little pain behind, like my hamstrings are kind of sore. And today, my hamstrings are sore. The back of my legs are super sore. They don't hurt. It's not in pain. It's more of like a bruise. Like, I don't know. So I called the doctor, and the doctor was like, oh yeah, we've heard about that before. That's normal. So I'm just trying to figure it all out. Today is day 8. I can tell you that I felt good enough to take a shower on my own for the first time. I've been taking a shower, just not by myself. So I took a shower, and I got dressed, and I put makeup on so I didn't look like a crazy person. And I feel okay. I still get worried, I still get scared, but so far that's kind of the week. That's kind of how the week is laid out. It's hard, and then it gets easy, and then you get slapped in the face with the third day, and the third day sucks, and you think that you've done something horrible, and now you're going to be like this for the rest of your life, and then day 4 comes, and it's kind of like it's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster, and more than that, more than anything, this is so long. I hope nobody's going to watch this, but that's okay. I would totally watch it if I was going through this. The hardest thing is that it's not the physical pain, because the physical pain is minimal. You hurt, but you don't hurt nearly as bad as you did before. It's more of an ache or a sore, or, things like that. Now I will tell you it's not that, it's this that's hard. It's you can't. Like, it's not being a badass and doing it, because that's what I do. I get headstrong, and I push through everything, and I don't need anybody's help and all that kind of stuff. This has nothing to do with that. You can't take a shower by yourself. You can't bend. You can't twist. You have to lay down. You can't get up. Like, all of these things that you can't do, you have to give your body time. And that is the hard part. Being stuck at home, not being able to drive, not being able to ride in the car, not being able to clean, or, things that you just want to do, or, my biggest thing is not being able to work out. I mean, I love fitness, and I can't do that. And this has literally, I went from lifting and loving lifting to this situation that I got myself into has completely changed that, to where for a little while I'm going to have to change my goals, and I'm going to have to change my life. And, I don't know why God wanted me to slow down, but He slowed me down, and I'm listening, and I'm okay with that now. But some days I cry, and sometimes it sucks so bad, because you're like, it's almost like somebody takes your identity and rips it away from you, and tells you that you have to be somebody completely different, because you can't do those things right now, or you can't do those things for a while, or you have to find a new way. And just know that that's all normal feelings, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay to get pissed off and upset and fucking angry and want to eat everything in your house and become a fat ass. I'm just kidding, don't do that. But those are all normal emotions, and you're not going crazy. Everybody that is going through your situation is feeling this, and I just want you to know that I'm on day 8, and I am not 100%, but I am better. And I feel myself getting better and stronger every single day. Not only physically, but emotionally. I can't tell you that me and my husband have ever held hands and walked down my street. And we did that. We've done it 3 times. And as silly and as simple as that sounds, me and my husband holding hands, walking down the street, him helping me, just talking on a beautiful day, sounds like some corny page in a book, but it was awesome. And every morning, me and my kids go in the backyard, and we stand in the backyard and look over our fence at the sun rising up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we hold hands and we pray together and thank God for that beautiful day. Those are things that we never did before. I'm not saying that that's why, but I am saying that this situation has opened me up to things that I never did before. Friendships that, I mean, I don't even it's a big, huge, huge eye-opener in more aspects physically, but emotionally. So, yeah. So, I will update in 2 weeks, or actually I'll update next Tuesday for a small video to let y'all know what the doctor tells me. Another thing that I wanted to tell you, if you've had this surgery and you've made it 25 minutes, because this is ridiculous, that it's okay not to know what to do, because obviously nobody knows what to do. Like, nobody knows how much to walk, or how much to sit, or how much to lay, or whatever. Like, it's kind of up to you, which I think is crazy. But thank you for watching this, and I'm sorry it's so long, but I hope that I helped ease somebody's pain or emotional anxiety out there that it's going through this, that's going to go through surgery, or has gone through surgery, and you're wondering if the things that you're feeling is normal. My story is my own, but I hope in some way that you found peace and comfort knowing that you're going to be fine, and the decision to have this surgery is a great decision. If your life quality before this surgery is as bad as it is that you can't live your life, fulfill a life, then do it. I mean, it's not that bad. All right. I'll see you guys in a few days. Bye.